All right, Shalom. All right, once again, giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach Kodash. All right, this is going to be another lesson. All right, and I know that, I've touched on this subject, from time to time. All right, but, I don't know, it's just something, I've been, that's been on my mind a little bit. All right, it just has to do with, just like basically, through the Spirit, the name of this lesson is going to be, remember what you signed up for. All right, because once you come into this truth, or especially the office of a prophet. I mean, of course, you have to keep your hand to the plow. All right, and the other thing is, you also have to count the cost. As well as sorry, what was the other thing I was thinking about? And I say that because as far as like I said before in a few lessons back, as far as or it's like being things popping up, or as far as or whether it be family type things, appointments, sporting events, things like that, whatever the case may be, or if it falls on camp, or if it's keeping you from doing what you need to do, or you gotta let it go. All right, but then more importantly, or just from the jump, or while you're on the other side, you need to consider, or if you want to be, or just like doing what I'm, for example, doing what I'm doing right now, or and also the example of or the sincere Akim on the highways and byways, or as far if you're thinking about crossing over, or you have to one of the things you have to do is consider, or as far as all the things all the things in the world, or your those types of responsibilities, or whether it's your family, or what have you. You have to count the cost as far as you have to think, am I like going to be able to am I going to be able to or it's like or just like go through with that sort of level of commitment, or as far as the office of a prophet. All right, Revelation 3:15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So the Lord, He wants you to make a you have to make a decision, or you have to make a conscious decision, or as far as do I believe in this wholeheartedly, or am I going to be able to or just like do those types of things that are required, or as far as the Spirit, or as far as the people that are over you, or on down. Am I going to am I going to be able to go through with this level of commitment? Or that's why it's always why another wise thing as far as counting the costs, or is or having proper understanding of all the aspects of our doctrine. All right, because another thing I've noticed with a lot of fallouts, they they fall out over switching up the doctrine, or not or getting offended by something along the way, all right, that they didn't have a proper understanding of while they were learning. All right, so now we're going to be in St. Luke. All right, St. Luke 14:25. And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them. All right, so, or this thing, we do this from time to time, as far as this isn't a numbers thing, or we see it, or for everyone that crosses over, or when they're learning on the other side, they may start out with one or two people, or standing next to them, but they're the only one who they're the only ones that remain, or because not everyone has what it takes, or from time to time there's always a narrowing down, or a thinning of the herd, and that's not only for the sake of, it doesn't always happen, as far as, people getting, offended or kicked out, or, it also has to do with, people, or, sometimes, people at a certain point, they get pumped up at first, but then, they realize, hey, I'm not cut out for this, or, but, at the same time, once you cross over, it's no, or, you can't do that anymore. Or, because that's going to lead to or, destruction. All right, but or, this is also or, an exhortation, admonition, or as far as just for people, as far as when things that things that are hindering the work, or in your life, or or, this is, you got to like I said before, you got to cut it out. All right, but at the same time, you should have made that decision, as far as you should have been reading that fine print. All right, so St. Luke 14:26. If any man come to me, all right, let's see. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. Or, right, and whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. All right, so as far as and he was saying, all right, suck it. In these precepts, he was saying that this truth, this truth has to be your or first priority. Or if you want to be a part of this, or nothing nothing you have going on in the world, or can get in the way, or and that's something and at the same time that's something you need to be aware of, or because once you make that decision, once you or cross over, become a part of a camp, part of the fold and all that, or there's we know that sometimes things come up, and sometimes through the Spirit, or there's grace and forgiveness and all that, but at the same time, or we have to run a tight ship, or and even more than that, or even more than our judgment and discretion. Remember that that'll remember, you still have to deal with the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, because I'm just saying this is what the volume of the book says about all that. Or that's why I came up with this the subject of this lesson. All right, verse 28. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? All right, so one recommendation, or just like keep watching. One of the best things you can do is just like keep watching the shows, or you get built up, or just like read the entire volume of the book, or just like get a proper understanding of that, or get a proper understanding of each aspect of sound doctrine, or especially, or it's like precepts like Luke 9:62, or Revelation, or 3:15, or through 16, or like other than or the basics, like the Deuteronomy 28 and Revelation chapter 1, or just like after that, when you learn about repentance and all that, or as far as being the office of a prophet, or those are the Ezekiel 33:1 on down, or because you have to have a proper understanding of what is going to be required of you. Or, you know, we're pretty much, you know, the only group, or, you know, that does it. Or, you know, all these other groups, you know, they entice you with, or, you know, with parties, women. Or, you know, we're going on a field trip, we're getting an airplane. All right, no, you know, the real message is, you know, we're in the middle of a war. Or, and if, you know, you have to, you know, this is the thing, you know, you're either, you know, especially, you know, if you're a soldier, and you're either, you know, in it or you're not. All right, because, you know, as far as, you know, getting weak, you know, like being, you know, half-assed and all that, you know, and a lot of, you know, the war movies I've seen, you know, that spells a downfall. Or, you know, of, you know, that'll spell your downfall. For example, you know, it was a movie All Quiet on the Western Front. Like the main character, he was in a trench, like he stopped what he was doing to draw a picture of a fucking bird flying in the sky. Or, you know, because he was an artist, you know, before he became a soldier and all that. All right, but then, you know, as I recall, I think, you know, that he ended up getting shot because he wasn't paying attention. Or, you know, and then a few scenes, you know, in Platoon, or, you know, and so on and so forth. Or, you know, so, you know, you got to have that focus. Or, you know, and, you know, from, you know, for those of you, you know, that, you know, that are, you know, still, you know, considering, you know, or, you know, just know that, you know, once you make that decision, you know, you got to be in it, you know, 100%. You know, and, you know, there can't be, you know, any, you know, there's little margin for, you know, worldly bullshit, or, you know, that keeps you, you know, from the work, or, you know, from the ministry, or, you know, as little of that as possible, you know, if not any. All right, verse 29. Less happily, after he hath laid the foundation, and is not able to finish it, all that behold it, all right, begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. All right. All right, you know, we've seen that happen, you know, we just like people are, you know, disappearing, or, you know, and things like that. And, you know, of course, you know, they get talked about, you know, as an example. Or, you know, we're not doing it, you know, for the sake of, you know, talking shit and all that, but, you know, or, you know, the people who haven't, you know, crossed over yet, or, you know, they need that example. You know, so, you know, that's one of the things, you know, that, you know, just like kept me, or, you know, in line, or at least, you know, considering, or, you know, or at least, you know, taking as much time to meditate on, you know, whether this was, or, you know, something I'm able to be about or not. Or, you know, was that, you know, they'd always make, you know, examples of fallouts. Or, you know, and then, you know, not only that, but you'd see, you know, a manifestation through the spirit, or, you know, how bugged out they would get. Or, you know, because I remember when, there was one guy from, like, the Carolina, I believe his name was, like, Ayash Shamath. Or, you know, first there was a rebuke videos, but then, or, you know, of course, you know, a lot of people's like, let's see his side of the story. You know, his side of the story was bugged out bullshit, because, you know, now he was like talking about, or, you know, all the camps need to get together, all the groups need to get together in unity and all that. All right, but we don't teach that. Or, you know, so, or, you know, who was right and who wasn't. Or, you know, as far as, and as far as, you know, Amos 3:3, that, you know, that's something that should have been, you know, established, you know, in his foundation, but it wasn't. Or, you know, just as an example. All right, but you know, gonna wrap it up for now. Or, you know, once again, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. All right, double honors to the apostles of a great millstone. Or, you know, and shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, shalom.